Our next distinguished guest is the poet Richard Blanco, who will share with us words he has composed for this occasion.
Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, America, one today. One sun rose on us today, kindled over our shores, peeking over the Smokies, greeting the faces of the Great Lakes.
When I got the assignment to write these poems, even at the age of 44, I just wasn't sure that I loved this country in the sense I thought I should love it. And more importantly, I didn't know if this country loved me back. And by that, I mean that, again, even at 44, I still felt like that I wasn't quite part of the quintessential American narrative, that American story didn't include me, that to be really American, you had to be like some character on one of those 60s shows. That was a question that really where the poem was born from, as are a lot of poems are born from the difficult questions that actually I didn't want to ask, and I had to ask it. And the poem in a way is a response to that question, sort of those questions in the affirmative, and saying, no, I do belong to this narrative. Not only do I belong to this narrative, everyone belongs to that narrative. I wanted the poem to be an invitation for us to all see each other. Poems always have to have a little tension, right? It's like, okay, we're there, but almost there, but not quite there. There's still work to do. And that's why the poem ends on hope, which is a symbol for our democracy.
Of one country, all of us, facing the stars. Hope, a new constellation, waiting for us to map it, waiting for us to name it together.
I think that ideal is what ultimately holds us together. It's unfortunate that ideal is being chipped away right now, and that's just really terrifying. The way the poem lives in me now is not so much as, well, it's still a celebration, but it's also more of I wouldn't call it a manifesto quite, but it's more of a reminder of who we are and a calling to the mind of who we have been and who we need to be again. And we can't stop forgetting what was on the horizon, the hope that was on the horizon. And that poem reminds us of that. When I write a poem by investigating the world, investigating my response to it, it helps me to clarify or align myself in a different way. That is usually less pessimistic than when I walked into the poem, right? I always think, what inspired Obama himself to even dream of being president? Well, maybe he read a poem by Langston Hughes, or maybe he read a poem by Elizabeth Bishop, who knows? Poetry and the arts are very stealthy, and they work in very mysterious ways. And I do believe that a poem can change one life, and that life can change the world.